Formula One has expanded hugely in the past decade, with the Middle East being a hotspot for growth. Races in Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi, and Qatar demonstrate the region's huge investment in motorsports. But what few people know is that there was almost another Middle Eastern Grand Prix. In the mid-2000s, before any of the current Middle Eastern races existed, a different city in the region was pushing heavily to host its own Formula One Grand Prix, and that city was Dubai. Dubai invested massively in a track and infrastructure with the dream of hosting an F1 race, only for those hopes to disappear right at the last minute, narrowly missing out on capitalizing on Formula One's explosion in popularity. The forgotten mega-complex, named the Dubai Autodrome, was built as a state-of-the-art, no-expense-spared racing facility with Formula One in mind. Today, it represents a story of huge ambition, unfulfilled hopes, and abandoned luxury. Despite the investment attached to this effort, Dubai never secured an F1 race, and the city's dream of a Grand Prix never came to fruition. It left the track abandoned, alongside the eerily empty hotels, an almost complete shopping complex, and a deserted stadium, all resembling a post-apocalyptic movie scene more than a modern Formula One paradise. This is the story of why Formula One abandoned the Dubai Grand Prix. Dubai has recently become a city that is synonymous with the high life. Business, luxury, and extravagance all come to mind. Being unafraid to dream big is what has led to its rapid growth and its status as one of the world's major cities. This dream dates back to the early 2000s when the city embarked on its highly ambitious development plan. Once a mere desert, the government and investors dreamed of the sprawling empire that it is today. And one of the ways they hoped to achieve this was through motorsports, and in particular Formula One. The city foresaw the hosting of a Grand Prix, believing that the pinnacle of motorsports would be a sure way to showcase its modern infrastructure and attract the world's attention. During this period, the head of Formula One, Bernie Ecclestone, took a trip to Dubai to meet its ruler, Sheikh Mohammed Al Maktoum, to begin negotiations for the city to host a Formula One race. The expanding empire had already begun building a track, knowing that they would initially host other race series, which helped their position of being able to broker an F1 deal. The track was dubbed the Dubai Autodrome, and it was finalized in 2004, becoming the region's first world-class motorsports facility. It was designed by Clive Bowen of Apex Circuit Design and was built inside the Dubai Land Entertainment Complex. The track itself is Racer's Reverie 5, 39 kilometers in length, featuring a mixture of straights, high-speed, medium-speed, and low-speed corners. So when Dubai proved that they could build an impressive, state-of-the-art facility to host the world's top-level motorsports series, how did the deal fall through? Well, even after Dubai showcased its impressive credentials, the negotiation process with Formula One was laborious and exhausting. The costs that would be associated with hosting F1 were extremely high, and when paired with the logistical challenges that Dubai's unique location presented, Dubai officials found it extremely difficult to secure a deal that they saw as financially viable. After several meetings, Dubai decision-makers were unable to give Ecclestone a straight answer as to whether they would undertake the project or not. Ecclestone grew increasingly impatient and decided to make a phone call to the leaders of Bahrain, a country that was extremely interested in hosting a Grand Prix of its own. Its leaders were much more decisive than their Dubai-based counterparts, and a deal was quickly formalized to bring Formula One to Bahrain instead of Dubai. Bahrain completed the construction of the Bahrain International Circuit in Sakhir as quickly as possible with the aim of hosting Formula One in 2004. Their dream came true, and the 2004 season saw Bahrain become the first country in the region to ever host a Formula One event, securing a long-term contract in the process. The inaugural race was won by Michael Schumacher of Ferrari, and the event has taken place there every year since, except in 2011 when it was cancelled because of the 2011 Bahraini uprising. After it was official that Dubai would not be welcoming Formula One to the game-changing complex in their booming city, they were forced to shift their attention. Their focus moved towards other major projects, with their sights mainly set on becoming a home for sports that were more mainstream at the time. These included the Dubai Open Tennis Tournament, the Dubai World Cup horse race, and international golf tournaments, all with a view of becoming a go-to destination for sports fans and tourists alike. With the confirmation that Formula One would not be visiting in the near future, they understood that the potential of hosting an F1 Grand Prix at any point was beginning to fade. As a result, the government and the Dubai Autodrome officials found themselves with a venue that cost over $100 million to plan, design, and build. And after this massive investment, it would not be hosting the world's largest motorsport series, which would have been the main moneymaker and attraction for the circuit. They were forced to rethink their plans and decided to begin targeting other racing series. They managed to secure contracts to host other series such as the 2004 FIA GT Championship, which was the largest endurance series in the world, the European Touring Car Championship, and Formula Renault V6 Eurocup. Since the opening of the circuit, they have also hosted A1GP, which was a popular open-wheel series that saw drivers represent their countries, GP2 Asia, and an annual 24-hour endurance race. Insider information had confirmed that NASCAR, IndyCar, MotoGP, DTM, and the World Endurance Championship had all inquired about racing at the circuit, but none of these ever came to fruition. As well as hosting other racing series, they also begun offering driving experiences to the public, where people can visit the track and drive open-wheel cars as well as many other categories of race car. However, it was not all good news, as these series and events could only recoup a small amount of the massive investment that was made in the development of this monumental racing complex. The surrounding developments included the aforementioned Dubailand Park, including the Dubailand Mall, the Dubailand Stadium, and 2 gigantic hotels, which were built to further encourage tourism and spending in the area during both the Grand Prix weekend and off-peak times. Today, these megastructures remain unfinished for the most part and sit abandoned, creating an eerie and bleak atmosphere around the circuit. It is estimated that with the current condition and grade of the track, and the deterioration that its surrounding infrastructure has fallen victim to, that it would cost close to $200 million to bring the track and its facilities back to the condition required to host an F1 race today. And when the 2008 financial crisis arrived, the city of Dubai was struck particularly hard. Many government-related entities struggled massively to repay debts, which didn't help the case of the Dubai Autodrome, whose owners suffered the effects of the crisis. The evidence lies in the demise of the track's condition, and since 2008 it has not had any significant money thrown its way to support its upkeep. During the crisis, the city's political economy was weakened to such an extent that it shifted the power within the United Arab Emirates strongly towards Abu Dhabi, who at time were also in the process of securing a Grand Prix of their own. They did not hesitate to invest the $1.3 billion into their Yas Marina circuit that saw it become one of the most modern and impressive racing facilities, not just in the region but in the whole world. And with that, they managed to secure a contract to host F1 from the 2009 season onwards, a race that is still on the calendar today. This significantly lowered Dubai's chances of ever seeing F1 visit their city. Despite the setbacks associated with the Autodrome, the city of Dubai has continued to go from strength to strength since the crisis, and at an amazing pace too. It has quickly become one of the top global hubs for finance, tourism, business, and immigration. The magnificent skyline of the sprawling city now has an abundance of iconic landmarks and attractions, including the world's only officially recognized 7-star hotel, the Burj Al Arab. The city is currently leaving another indelible mark thanks to their unprecedented project The Line, which brings us to our next question: what if? What if? With all these incredibly successful projects and undertakings in Dubai turning it into one of the world's most popular cities, what would the Dubai Grand Prix have looked like if the pen had been put to paper? It more than likely would have been a success, at least for the first few years pre-crisis, provided its organizers and Formula One management treated it with the care and attention it would have deserved. The Bahrain Grand Prix, the race which beat Dubai to the F1 calendar, was an immediate success thanks to its state-of-the-art track, investment, and management, winning the FIA's award for Best Organized Grand Prix. The weather in the region provides for an extremely low chance of cancellation or disruptions from poor conditions, and the modernity of the city would have made for an exciting prospect for those traveling to the area. It's unfortunate that the Dubailand complex is now closed, as to experience its sheer size and bustling atmosphere during a race weekend would have been unbelievably special. The shopping malls and hotels would also have made for an incredible F1 experience, and the backdrop of the magnificent skyline would have provided a truly unforgettable spectacle, both in person and on television. But unfortunately, neither the fans nor Formula One ever got to reap the benefits that the dedicated Dubai investors tried so hard to sow. As a result, the Dubai Grand Prix is the Grand Prix that never was. This story serves as a reminder that even in a city packed with seemingly endless possibilities, their dreams can often remain unfulfilled. However, it is also a testament to the strength of Dubai's leadership, investment, and economy in being able to overcome such huge resilience. Their ability to bounce back from what could have been a catastrophic loss is extremely impressive, as the city continues to grow and redefine itself today. Please let us know in the comments what you think of this story and tell us, would you like to see a Dubai Grand Prix in the future, and do you think there's any chance of it happening? Please smash the like button and subscribe for more motorsports content.